in my head, I thought Brockley leaned towards Bromley, but driving through it, I think it's a little bit closer to Catford, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, wedged in the middle here. Anyway, right, so I don't know if you've heard the phrase, dress for the job you want. Yeah. Alright, we've heard that phrase, right? It's nice idea. Unfortunately, this dress sense has got me on paid suspended leave for gross misconduct. I'm not even joking. But the best bit, I've just, like I didn't ever aspire to work, but it turns out, like, so paid suspended leave is obviously exactly what I'm being paid to do nothing. Oh, it's actually glorious. I can't recommend it enough. I've found my calling. This is it, I'm actually good at something. But no, they say dress for you want, but I don't even aspire to. It's not that I don't aspire to work. Like, who does, right? So this is the dream for me. But like, I don't even aspire to being working class because like, my dad was in prison when I was born, and I'm fairly sure that's how you become a member of the criminal underclass. Like, I think that's how it works. I was just born into it. Well, that and the crime, obviously. Yeah. But I'm not supposed to talk about that. Actually, it's my dad has a really interesting story. He actually was born in a concentration camp, and he came to the UK as a refugee, and he thrived here. And he loved education so much, he graduated straight to Borstal. And from there, he went straight to prison, and never worked a day in his life. And that's how I know he didn't come to steal anyone's job. Like, he didn't aspire to work, and the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. It's funny though, because like, he died last year, and it turns out it's true what they say, that crime doesn't pay. Because all I inherited was 2 burner phones and 3 fake IDs. It would have been nice if any of them had been in credit. And they weren't. And my family are really problematic, obviously. My dad mentioned a bit of a criminal. But my mum is like really problematic. She's still alive. And she's got a house, which is just rude, do you know what I mean? Like, there's things for me to inherit and she just won't let go. Come on, woman. No, like, the worst thing about it is actually, is that, like, so I'm living in the house and just trying to slowly get her to move out, encroaching quickly. But like, the worst bit about it is, so my mum is 78 on Tuesday, right? And her fella is 41. Ooh. Yeah, right. That's not a joke, she's just a fucking legend. Right? Yeah. The problem with that is that, like, if I want to be as successful a cougar as my mum, I have to wait for those children to finish primary school at this point. They're still in primary school. That's not good. So that's problematic, do you know what I mean? Actually, I've just started seeing an older man, so when the 4 of us go out for dinner, literally nobody knows who's fucking who. It is fucking weird. It's very confusing. It's odd, yeah. And some of my other problematic relationships, like, so for example, I'm divorced. What a surprise, I'm doing stand-up and I'm a divorcee. Oh, really? And I recently bumped into my ex-husband, and he advised me that he'd been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, which is, it's actually quite good news for him because he's finally developed a personality. I was happy for him, I was. But I did it was really nice to hear, because I just thought, oh, okay, the problem was definitely you, wasn't it? That's good to know. Yeah, it was you. But I have a type, so obviously he was a bit of a broken biscuit. And then my next partner, my long-term boyfriend, he was, he dumped me, he broke my heart, made me homeless. But actually, the saddest thing about it was that he was also my drug dealer. Yeah, so that's tough. I have to pay for drugs now. Didn't see that coming. I'm not bitter about getting dumped and made homeless at all. I'm really not. I'm totally over it. It was 2.5 years ago, and I'm still doing material that's about to slow him off. So obviously, I'm over it. No, it's fine. He's one of those really, I don't know if you've ever seen, the 5'7" guys, the ones that are 5'5". Yeah, those ones. It's fine. They're easier to get over. You can kind of leapfrog. And I had hoped straight onto the next dick, but Jesus, catching a dick in your 40s is tough. It's tough. You can do it. You just have to massively lower your standards. And that's fine if you had standards to start with, Some of us haven't got anywhere else to go, right? I said I only ever wanted a man to have his own hair, his own teeth, and his own job. And at this point, I'm like, okay, 2 out of 3. So Dave and I are going to Turkey to get him some new teeth. He's a fixer-upper. He's a fixer-upper. It's fine. I found someone in my league. It's fine. But no, like I say, I'm not bitter about my ex-boyfriend. But the thing is, like, he had these really, really tiny balls, right? And like, I really liked it. Because it didn't matter what he did, I could still breathe. It's lovely, you know, it's kind of romantic. But I did think it's a bit odd. It's a bit weird to like baby balls. Like baby balls. Like, could you be a pedo? It's fine. I checked. It's a loophole. It's just like a shaved fanny. As long as it's on an adult. That's the rules, right? It's fine, it's fine. Actually, I mean, you know, just for the... I like to wait. So I wait to get on stage until all of my opinions are quite unpopular, so... Although, I don't know, this is a pretty progressive room, I reckon, so... I personally am a big fan of a 70s muff. It's not actually a sartorial choice, I'm just slightly too fat to shave it. And like, as I said, my standards have slipped and you sort of think to yourself, do you know what? If at this point you're being ghosted by a man with 3 teeth who lives in a van, I don't think I'm grooming anymore. You know what I mean? Just fuck it, this is it. What are you gonna do? No, it's fine. Obviously, being single, like in your 40s, is quite tough. Like, there's a lot of guys on the, on the apps, just showing 2/3 of their head. And I'm not a detective, but I think they might be bald. Right. Yeah, there's stuff out there. There's like, I mean, you know, it's just, and the youngsters are doing things differently now, right? Everything's it's changed. I can't keep up. Like, so one of the big things, they're all taking pride, aren't they? There's this sort of huge movement of pride. You know, that's amazing. I'm so happy for the young people. They should absolutely celebrate and take pride. But my demographic is pale, male, and stale. So my sex drive is absolutely driven by shame. And if I'm honest, that's kind of the way I like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you have to ask, it's definitely a no, isn't it? Like, no, and the other thing they're doing this positive, affirmative consent, which, you know, I can't think of anything that would dry me up quicker. Gross. No, don't ask. It's the worst. But anyway, so my final unpopular opinion, I used to be a feminist. I've drifted. Like, the thing is, like, I just feel like it was a bit of a swizz. Like, they offered us a lot of stuff. Like, they were like, you know what you want? It's financial freedom, sexual liberation. That sounded amazing, right? I was like, Daddy, you don't need to pay my bills. I'm gonna go find some financial freedom. They meant a job, didn't they? That sucks. And the other one, sexual liberation. I mean, fucking hell. That was great in your 20s, wasn't it? In your 40s, it's just another job. I'm struggling to find a voluntary position. Like, it's tough. Like, I don't have the energy for a day job and a night job. I have the energy to be paid to do no job. That is the energy I have. So yeah, it has worked out because I have met someone nice now. And as I say, we're going to take him to Turkey and get him new teeth. And these jokes always work better when he's in the room. Like, my mum, like, when I do the stuff about my mum still being alive, it's so much funnier when she's there, you know? Just to
she laughs the loudest.
Yeah, she laughs the loudest, exactly. Anyway, I think that's all I'm doing. I think, yeah. No, I tell you what. One last thing. So I have struggled to find a man, right? And even lowering the standards has still meant it was a bit of a struggle. So I decided that my looks were fading, so I'd do one more thing. I thought, you know what? Maybe it's time to develop a personality. Prick privilege has left the building. But it didn't work out. It hasn't worked out. Like, it turns out I'm a cunt.
Good so cool.